Welcome back to another rebuild I got for you guys here. Today I'm going to be trying to fantasy style rebuild the Jacksonville Jaguars. I have no idea how this is going to go, considering EA kind of messed with the trading system a little bit, and I think they made trading a bit harder to do. I'm just going to try to get into this one and, you know, see what happens. So, of course, this is the Jaguars roster, a very good roster. This team normally plays exceptionally well in simulation, led by Blake Bortles, who is normally in the MVP running. I don't know how, but they always make him do extremely well. Leonard Fournette, like one of the best rookies you can get since he's an 89 with Superstar already. He always goes up tremendously. Great wide receiver core. I don't really think I'm going to have to mess with this. I might trade Allen Hurns, not because he's bad, just because there's some rookies down here I kind of want to start, like Keelan Cole or D.D. Westbrooks. One of those guys. I think I'll keep Marquise Lee because he has quick development, and Allen Robinson, of course, is going to stay on the team. He's very good. This O-line is definitely the worst part, I think. I'm not sure how they played in real life. I know Brandon Linder's really good. This Cam Robinson, yeah, he's a rookie. He's decent. Maybe he can stay at left tackle, but I'll definitely have to trade like Jeremy Parnell, AJ Cann, Patrick Omameh. These guys are all pretty... Actually, I was going to say they're pretty old. I thought Patrick Omameh was over 30, but I think Jeremy Parnell is 31, and then AJ Cann's actually rather young, I think. Yeah, he's only 25. He might be able to stay. I'm not sure. Wow, Mercedes Lewis is an 87. He's going to get traded, but it's kind of cool that they gave him an 87 rating. This defense is phenomenal. One of the better defenses in the NFL for sure. Just look at this D-line. How did they end up getting all these guys? I know Marcel Darius came in the middle of the season, I think. He'll probably stay on the team. 83 overall D-tackle. Why does it say 88 here? Maybe in the right scheme. I don't know. Malik Jackson, you're only 27. Okay, you can definitely stay on the team too. Calais Campbell, I think I'm going to keep as well. You are 31 years old. Yeah, but you're a 95. I think that's good enough to stay. And Yannick Ngakoue, one of the best young 4-3 defensive ends in the NFL for sure. Dante Fowler's very talented too. I think he's been plagued by injury. At least his rookie year. I don't think he played at all his rookie year. I think he got hurt. But he's probably going to... I don't know if he'll get traded, but like I don't really have anywhere to play him. Jalen Ramsey, AJ Bouye, phenomenal cornerback duo here. Safeties are pretty good, but they're rather old. I think Deshaun Gibson's like 26. He's 27. He might get traded, though. I'm not sure. And Barry Church is almost 30, I want to say. He's 29. Linebackers are pretty good. Telvin Smith, phenomenal. Miles Jack, still very young. Paul Posluszny, out of Penn State, of course. He's old, so I'll probably switch him to outside linebacker and then trade him because he goes up to like an 88 or something like that. Let's see. I'm going to put him to left outside linebacker. Let's try that. Actually, no, I'm going to go to right. I think that's what Telvin Smith is. So he should be the right scheme then because I think they're both coverage guys. He's an 85 over here, so might as well try to trade him. But yeah, I'll get into some trades now. Hopefully we can get some going. Chad Henne, Tyler Shatley, I think, and Tashawn Gibson for the Jets' 1st and 4th rounders. Allen Hurns and Dante Fowler Jr. for the Browns' 1st rounder. Barry Church, Jeremy Parnell, and a 3rd rounder for Landon Collins. I think his name's Eli Ancow, Aurelius Ben, and a 4th rounder for Jack Conklin. Alright, well, that happened straight up. Abry Jones just for Ali Marpet. Mercedes Lewis and Paul Posluszny for the 49ers' 1st rounder. Chris Ivory, Rashad Green Sr., and Michael Rivera for the Broncos' 1st rounder. Here's the team for the first season. I didn't really change all that much, but I think it definitely still looks good. Blake Bortles, Leonard Fournette, still like the 2 guys on offense to look out for, along with Allen Robinson, I guess. Marquise Lee is number 2, and I'm going to have Keelan Cole playing the slot. I don't know, it's either him or D.D. Westbrooks. Keelan Cole is just 1 overall point higher, so why not? The O-line looks a lot better. I got Ali Marpet and Jack Conklin, who's an 86 actually in the correct scheme, so that's nice to see. And Ali Marpet has quick development, so I figured why not get him. He's also really easy to trade for, and I haven't traded for him in a long time. I signed Ladarius Green in free agency because I very seldom do that, so I felt like doing it now. Why not? I probably won't re-sign him. I'm kind of looking to draft a tight end because I haven't drafted a tight end in a while either. And then here's the defense. I'm having Miles Jack play middle linebacker because I think that can work pretty well for him. Hopefully he gets a lot of tackles or can like maybe make a Pro Bowl or something. He has quick development, right? Yeah, so that's nice to see. And then we got McCray playing left outside linebacker. I don't think he's going to play all that much in this 4-3. Telvin Smith, of course, is still the right outside linebacker. Safety's looking all right. I signed Abdul Quddus in free agency. I'm looking to draft a free safety as well. Also, if Blake Bortles doesn't play well, he's definitely going to be replaced. I'm not looking for a quarterback. I should have just said I'm looking for a quarterback. That would have been a lot less redundant. Anyway, Jalen Ramsey, AJ Bouye, Aaron Colvin, not touched at all here, and then the D-line's also not really messed with either. I'm going to make sure I'm in a 4-3 and make sure all the sliders and everything are right, and I'll see you at the midseason. You're at the midseason mark. We are 3-4, taking on the 1-5-1 Bengals. Looks like they're having a rough year. The Titans are 6-1, And then technically we're tied for second with the Colts, and then the Texans are at the bottom at 2 and 5. Check out the XP. Leonard Fournette has 9.3 thousand. I think he has the most on the offense here. That's not bad. I don't know why he keeps doing that. He keeps like going down twice whenever I only try to go to the defense. But here's a look at the defense. No one has all that much, but that's okay. Let's bring back some players here. Allen Robinson looks like our highest rated player that I definitely want back. Marquise Lee is a guy I'll probably give a contract to. Aaron Colvin, I'm not sure. I might just draft a cornerback. He actually would not be a bad safety. I don't know what his hit power is all about. But I'm going to start off with Allen Robinson because he for sure has to come back to the team. That would be huge if we can get him back. He's a very good wide receiver. It's kind of rough he got hurt this past year. I always liked watching him play. I drafted him in fantasy the year before this year. He didn't really do much because Blake Bortles didn't have a great year. And, you know, as a result, he didn't do anything. And then I was hesitant to draft him again. And good thing I actually didn't draft him because, of course, he got hurt. But Aaron Colvin, I'm actually going to see how he does at the end of the year. I'll give a contract to Josh Lambo, though. Actually a really talented kicker. 94 kick power, 88 kick accuracy. That's not bad at all. And I think that is everybody that I want. Yeah, nobody else here I really want. I mean, Corey Grant's a good kick returner. I'll give you a contract. You're a good kick returner. Just out of respect for your speed, really. I usually draft you in fantasy draft and stuff just to have you, back there returning kicks and stuff. But yeah, not a very eventful midseason recap, but I'll see you at the end of the year. At the end of the season, we actually made the playoffs. We went 8-8, taking on the 11-5 Titans. Wow. I'm surprised we made the playoffs going 8-8. The AFC must not have been very good then. Team schedule, though, we went 2-2 in the preseason. Regular season, lost the opening 3 games, then we won 3. Then we lost 1, then we won 1, lost 2, won 3, lost 2, and then won the final game against the Titans. Well, hopefully we can do that again. That'll be pretty cool. But let's check out stats. How did Blake Bortles do? 4,600 yards, 27 touchdowns, 16 picks. Not a bad season, but not phenomenal. I might still draft a quarterback just because I kind of want to see, especially if the quarterback has a development trait. But Leonard Fournette, 14 touchdowns, 1,285 yards, 2 fumbles, but very, very good season for him. Allen Robinson down there gets over 1,200 yards, only 3 touchdowns though. Keelan Cole gets over 1,040 yards. I don't know why I said it like that, but he had 9 touchdowns. Ladarius Green had 7 touchdowns, my fault. And Marquise Lee had 4 touchdowns. Pretty good season all around from the receivers. Cam Robinson, as a rookie, only letting up 15 sacks at left tackle. I'll take it. That's not great, but it's not bad at all. Jack Conklin letting up 4 is actually pretty good. Our backup left tackle let up 2. All right. Defensively, Miles Jack at 114 tackles, not bad at all. Tackles for loss, 11 from Malik Jackson and Marcel Darius, and then 10 from Calais Campbell. Sacks, 14.5 from Calais Campbell, actually playing very well. Only 7 from Yannick Ngakoue. Interceptions, 4 from Miles Jack, looking like he did very well in coverage, at the middle linebacker position. 3 interceptions for Landon Collins and Telvin Smith, 2 from Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Colvin, and then 1 from AJ Bouye. I might give Aaron Colvin a contract just because he actually played pretty well. And Telvin Smith had the 1 touchdown, not bad. 8th on offense. Defense didn't look terrible. Maybe it was, though. Let's see. 3rd. Okay. And this team goes 8-8. Whatever. Anybody from the Jaguars in this? I highly doubt it. Carson Wentz makes it. Look at that. The 13-3 Eagles. The Cowboys won 7-9. All right. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Maybe. One of our guys made it. Blake Bortles does make it. That's pretty cool. Defensive Player of the Year. Nobody from the Jaguars. I'm sure Deshaun Watson won this. Yeah, he did. Leonard Fournette comes in 2nd, though. And then we got Keelan Cole in 6th. That's it for there. And then Defensive Player of the Year. Nobody from the Jaguars. That's fine. Hopefully a couple of our guys made the Pro Bowl or something, just so we get some experience. 31,000 from Leonard Fournette. Looks like he did make a Pro Bowl. He did make it. That's nice to see. Offensive line, Cam Robinson has 10,000. Wide receivers look alright. Allen Robinson has 11,000. Keelan Cole has 11,000. Nearly 12. What about the defense? Nobody in the defense really has much at all. I was hoping Miles Jack would get some, but that's okay. I'm going to spend all this, and then I'll come back with the word. I want you guys to comment, because we actually made the playoffs the first season. So it turns out D.D. Westbrook made the Pro Bowl, so he got about 30,000 experience, and he's now an 85. So I'm going to keep him at slot receiver here, but before I go over the team, comment SpongeBob if you're still watching. That was one of the suggested words in one of my past rebuilds. Like I say, after I say the word pretty much in every rebuild, comment any word you want me to say, I guess. And pretty much in any rebuild, if I actually get notified of the comment, I'll write it down and take note of it and make sure I say it in a future rebuild. But yeah, this one is SpongeBob, so comment that if you are still watching. Thank you very much also if you are still watching here. But anyway, yeah, here's the team. Here's the upgraded team. Leonard Fournette is a 93. The whole O-line went up, I think. I don't think anybody stayed the same. I'm pretty sure AJ Cann was a 76. He went up to a 78. I think Ali Marpet actually may have stayed the same. I don't know. But then here's the defense. I'm not sure who went up that much on defense. No one really. Why is Telvin Smith playing left outside linebacker? What are you doing? Is this guy left outside linebacker? Or, I mean, alright. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to move you to left. Probably should have started that guy, but it's okay. Move you to left, and then that should settle everything, I think. Hopefully. Delvin, I want you starting, my man. Go back over there. There you go. Nobody went up all that much. Jalen Ramsey's up to 195, though. It's looking good. It's looking good. So let's sim the game here. Hopefully we can take on the Titans. We beat them the last game of the season. Why not? Why not beat them again? We actually don't. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happened here, I mean. Team schedule. Let's go to the playoffs. How do we do? Only by 7, so not a terrible game here from the squad. Blake Bortles actually played super well. Mariota didn't really do all that much. Derrick Henry ran the ball pretty well. Leonard Fournette did nothing. Alright, well, we lost the game. That's alright. Here we are in free agency. There's a couple players I might negotiate with. I think I'm actually going to bring back Aaron Colvin, just in case I don't get a chance to draft a cornerback. There's a couple good guys there. There's one guy that looks amazing, but he's an early first-round draft pick. I'm not sure if I am in the position to get him, and we signed Colin Kaepernick. But I'm not going to bring back Ladarius Green. He did have a very, very good season, but I'm just not going to bring him back. We don't have all that much money, and like I said, I want to try to draft a tight end because that's always fun to do. Tight ends normally go up pretty easily, but let's see who is here in this first offseason period. Unless there's a crazy tight end in here or something like that. I doubt there will be, though. LeGarrette Blount's the highest rated player. Let's see, no one really that great. Actually, Sharif Floyd's pretty good, but I don't really need him, especially on this team. Paul Postlesny, look at that. I really don't need anybody here, so I'll see you in the draft. I'm trading up to the number 3 overall pick. It's not the first overall pick this time, but I'm giving the Bills this brown dude. I think your name's Corn Elder. I just saw that right before I traded him. I didn't know this guy existed, but his first name is Corn. And my 21st draft pick. Nope, 21st pick in this first round, not my 21st draft pick. But here we go. Let's take this cornerback who looks absolutely amazing. Martin Barber. The only reason why I traded up with the Bills is because they only had 2 corners on their roster, and I can definitely see them taking this guy. Martin Barber, 6'2", running a 4.32 40. He looks phenomenal. Amazing coverage skills. He looks amazing. 82 overall. Quick development, 98 speed. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. 98 speed at 6'2". That is broken. This pick is going to Ron Ham. Doesn't have the best combine, I know, but he's pretty quick for being a safety, and I know he has superstar development, so I'm going to take him here. 78 overall, superstar dev. Apparently we reached, but I really don't think we did, because this guy's actually quite sick. I'm about to draft another superstar player, Haley Ward. Very, very good combine. He's strong, he's rather fast, he's pretty agile too, with good top 3 skills, and I know he has superstar dev, so I'm taking him now. 80 overall, superstar development. Very, very good player. This means that Miles Jack is going to slide back out to outside linebacker, and Haley Ward will hopefully win Defensive Rookie of the Year. That would be ideal for sure. This next pick we got here is going to a tight end. This guy looks like the best tight end in this class. I think he's going to be the best tight end. I mean, this guy doesn't look bad, but he's actually really slow. And I want this guy, Lucas K, 3rd in the 40-yard dash out of all the tight ends, and can catch pretty well. All 3 of those are catching stats, so I'm going to go with him here. 80 overall, quick development, very nice pick. 82 speed, 80 catching. If this guy has 82 speed, I don't even want to know what the other dude had because he was way slower. I'm going to trade this one away because I really don't have much here. Let's see what we can get. It'd be cool if I can get some stuff this year still. Like, that's perfect. That's a 1st rounder, a 3rd, and a 5th this year still, but I'll look at the rest of the picks. That's a 1st from the Saints, who I don't think have Drew Brees, so I might actually take that one the more I look at it. That's a 2nd rounder this year, and next year I don't really want that one. I'd like a 1st next year if I can. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one with the Saints. I know the Seahawks offered a 5th, and I'm getting a 7th in this one, but like, the Saints don't have Drew Brees, so I hope they don't get a good quarterback. I'm also not drafting a quarterback this year, if you couldn't tell, because there weren't any quarterbacks that really blew me away. This guy's still here. I don't want to take him because I'm sure he has slow, but with this pick, I'm actually not sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to trade this pick away too because I don't really have anybody here. I mean, I have this Rodriguez Henry dude, but I don't really want him that badly. So I'll trade this one away, and then I'll just kind of start taking all my players. Let's see what we can get for this one. That's a 2nd next year. That's not bad. That's a 3rd this year still, and a 2nd next year. That's definitely going to be the pick I choose. But let me see. It's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th all this year from the Seahawks. I don't think I need that many picks. I might take that one, though. It actually looks like the best value, because I can trade another one of those down for next year. That's the 2nd next year from the Colts. Now, I'm going to take this one with the Seahawks, a 3rd, 4th, and a 5th this year. So, I can probably trade that 4th down or something. I'm going to start taking my players here, because I think they'll all be good enough. Let's just go with this guy. Why not, right? 76 overall, quick development. Don't know if you're going to start, but you're on the team. I have a whole bunch of offensive linemen in here on my watch list, but I didn't scout any of them just because I know they're going to be good. Like this guy. Let's actually see who's better. You're 3rd in bench press. You are 6th in your bench press. Let's go with this guy, though. Jabril Vickerson. What a name. 77 overall, normal dev, but your stats are actually phenomenal. With 76 speed, 78 acceleration, 91 strength. That guy's actually really sick. Let's keep going here. It's just easier for me to edit this together if I just talk through all these picks because I'm really not deciding much. I'm just kind of taking the players here. So I'm going to go with this guy with this pick here, Norman Klein. You don't look amazing. I mean, you look pretty good, but you did have under 30 reps, which is normally a bit of a red flag, but I'm going to take him anyway. 72 with Superstar. Okay. I did not expect that guy to have Superstar development, but that's interesting. I'm going to trade this pick away, and then I'll take my remaining players. There's a 3rd next year. There's a 3rd and a 7th next year. Another 3rd next year. I'm going to go with the Redskins because they had a horrible year. They had the 1st overall pick, I think, so hopefully they have another horrible year, and then I actually have a pretty decent 3rd rounder next year. But here we go. I'm just going to take the rest of my players here. I think one of these is going to be a fullback. He actually got drafted. That's quite sad, but George McDuffie actually looks amazing. Let's go with him. 69 overall, normal development, but 95 speed, 85 juke move. Not bad. He'll be like my 3rd string running back, I think. And then with my final pick of the draft here, I'm going to be taking a left guard, maybe? I think that's what that was. There we go. He looked pretty good. You know, why not? 74 with quick. We drafted a whole lot of development traits in this one. I think we had like 3 superstars, a couple quicks. That was a really good draft. AJ Cannon, a 3rd rounder for Zach Martin. Here's the team for the 2nd season. This team looked great. I don't know why Leonard Fournette has 4,289 experience. Might as well spend it, though. Let's get up, I don't even know what's good to get up. Stiff arm. He's a 94. Okay, well, anyway, this is the team. I'll explain what I did here. So we have D.D. Westbrook's playing, or just Westbrook, my bad. I thought there was an S at the end of his name. We have him playing in the slot. He actually has super sick stats. 93 speed, 88 catching. That's great. 85 route running is not bad for the slot either. Blake Bortles is still the quarterback because he's not bad, right? He puts up some pretty good numbers. Maybe I'll draft the quarterback, maybe not. I don't know. I moved Zach Martin to left tackle just because he's a 99. Why wouldn't I? Brandon Linder is left guard. Ali Marpet is still the center. And then we got Vickerson. What's your first name? Jabril Vickerson is the starting right guard for this team because his stats are actually amazing, and I think he can play very well. Nothing against Cam Robinson. He's not bad, but the other guy just has better stats. Like, you can just clearly see the guy has much better stats. Jack Conklin's still the right tackle. We got K over here. What's your first name? Lucas K, the quick developing tight end. Not bad at all. And then on defense, we got our superstar developing middle linebacker, starting at middle linebacker. We got Paul Posluszny as the backup. I signed him at a free agency. He didn't even get signed by a team. I literally went to this menu and was able to sign him. We got Ham playing strong safety, and Landon Collins I moved over to free safety just because he has better zone coverage than the rookie does. So I figured why not just have a better coverage safety at free safety, and then just, I think they have the same hit power. 89 hit power. I actually think he might have better hit power. No, they have the same, so it's not really much of a difference. He's just kind of there to lay the boom, hopefully. Cornerback core is amazing. Just absolutely phenomenal because this dude is a god. 98 speed. I can't get over that. He's so good. And the D-line's here as well. I might have to replace Calais Campbell soon. He went down in overall quite a bit. I'll see what happens after this year, but I will also see you guys at the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark. How are we playing? 4-4. Okay, somehow this team is only barely better than our team last year. I think it's just because we played more games at this point. Whatever, we have to bring back Zach Martin, though. I don't know why I started with this. I usually go over the team first. But Zach Martin, Landon Collins, Blake Bortles needs a contract. You actually don't want all that much, to be honest, for a quarterback. Ali Marpet I'll probably bring back. TJ Yeldon I'm not sure about. Zach Martin, though, for sure is coming back to the team. I just traded for him. Phenomenal stats from this guy, of course. One of the best offensive linemen in the NFL for sure. Landon Collins, one of the best safeties in the NFL. That's for certain as well. Blake Bortles, one of the best quarterbacks. No, I'm kidding. But he's going to come back to the team. He played pretty well this past season. I mean, I don't think the Jaguars really asked him to do all that much because they ran the ball very well and had a very good defense. So he had I don't want to say he had an easy job, obviously, because being a quarterback isn't easy by any means. But, like, you know, one of the easier quarterback jobs, if I'd say so. He was in a pretty good system. TJ Yeldon, I don't think I'm going to bring back just yet, at least. And James O'Shaughnessy, I'm not going to bring back either. And the other guys, I don't even know who they were. But here's what the team looks like here. Anyone have over 10,000? I do not see anybody with that much experience. What about on the defense? This guy has 13,000. That's nice to see. I will spend that immediately. See what I can get him up to. I'm just going to put it all in awareness and play recognition. Let's just go like this. It's tedious, but it gets the job done. 83 overall at the midseason mark. Not bad at all. Yeah, so I'll just see you at the end of the year. Not too much more to say. We did not make the playoffs. I don't get that because, well, I guess last year we went 8-8, so we didn't really deserve it then. We went 8-8 once again. I don't get it. The Colts went 10-6. Is this team really bad? Like, it's not. That's just the answer. 3-1 in the preseason. Won the opening game, then we lost a couple. I mean, won a couple, lost some, won, whatever. Whatever, that win streak killed us right here. We definitely could have made the playoffs if we won a couple of those games. That sucks. I don't know how this team is not playing well. I don't get it. The Jaguars do well by themselves, and I just made them better, I think. Maybe it's Blake Bortles, right? He had a lot of yards, but a lot of interceptions. Maybe I'll try to draft a quarterback this season. Who knows? 24 touchdowns, 19 picks. Not very great. Leonard Fournette, though, pretty much like the same season he had last year. Just no fumbles this time. And TJ Yeldon and 8 touchdowns out of the backup. Receiving, Marquise Lee, 106 catches, but 880 yards and only 1 touchdown. That's strange. Lucas K actually played super well. 93 catches, 6 touchdowns. Allen Robinson had 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. D.D. Westbrook had 1,200 yards with 6 touchdowns. Blocking, phenomenal. Very good season there from Zach Martin, letting up under 10 sacks. 132 tackles from Haley Ward. Hopefully that's enough. I really think it will be. Tackles for loss, 13 from Marcel Darius, 11 from Calais Campbell. Sacks, we got 10 from Yannick Ngakoue and 9 from Malik Jackson. Interceptions, 5 from Haley Ward. I definitely think that's enough for Defensive Rookie of the Year. 4 from Telvin Smith, 3 from Jalen Ramsey and AJ Bouye, 2 from Martin Barber and Landon Collins, and then 1 from Miles Jack. I didn't see our safety in there. I really hope he didn't go down to quick development, but Martin Barber did get a touchdown too. 8th on offense. What about defense? Has to be pretty good, right? 6th. How is this team not playing well if we're top 10 in both of those? Whatever. Nobody from the Jaguars in this. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. I doubt anybody from the Jaguars will be in here. Defensive Player of the Year. I can see our rookie. Yeah, there he is. Haley Ward. That's nice to see. Telvin Smith comes in 6th. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Lucas K actually comes in 5th. That's pretty cool. Nobody else from our team. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to our middle linebacker. Nice. Martin Barber comes in 3rd. Ron Ham. I might just call him Ham from now on. He's on that list too. Guy's name was Fisher at the bottom. That's cool. Let's see what the experience is looking like. Our linebacker should have a butt ton. I hope so, at least. Anyway, Leonard Fournette is 22,000. Marquise Lee is 17,000. Did he end this season in the slot? I don't think he did. I like him at the number 2. He actually plays pretty well for a number 2. 37,000 from Lucas K. I didn't even see that. That's nice. Defensively, as a middle linebacker, 32,000. He would be at like 45-ish thousand if I didn't spend it at the midseason mark. Whole D-line's actually having a lot of XP. 15K from the cornerback. Oh, this defense is about to be godly after I spend all this. Wow, look at that Super Bowl. The Rams won 28-27. But anyway, pretty much in free agency here. There's still TJ Yeldon that I could bring back. I'm not going to. I think I can probably draft a halfback or pick somebody up in free agency that's, just as good. Or maybe I'll even bring him back if he's not getting many offers. But here we go. In a pretty good free agency period. Let's see who's here. Hopefully there's a good wide receiver. That'd be nice. Joe Thomas. Not a good wide receiver, but that's okay. Actually, Martavis Bryant's not bad, but our guys are pretty much just as good. Devontae Parker's pretty good too. Look at Dante Fowler. I don't really need him because, we have a very good D-line, but still pretty cool. Jason Verrett, I'm not going to go after. Bradley Roby's not bad, but our cornerbacks are the best part of our team. Anybody that I want doesn't really look like it. Kind of sad, who's here. I was really hoping like Odell or like Mike Evans or something, but I'm actually going to give TJ Yeldon a contract. I'll give him a really low ball deal. What? I'll give him a low ball deal, and I'll probably offer one to like Robert Kelly too. Maybe he can come to the team. That's not a low ball deal. I flip back around to like the highest you can give somebody, and I'll offer one to DeMarco Murray. Why not, right? Quick developer. 31 years old, he's a god now, but I'll see you guys in the draft. I'm really hesitant to draft this guy. This dude was supposed to go in the early first round, and everybody passed up on him. I don't know if I want him then, but this guy doesn't look, oh god, I don't know what quarterback I want. None of these guys really look that great. To be honest, this guy looks like he's the best. Should I go with him? I think I'm going to go with this guy. He actually looks like he's the best out of everybody here. Let me think. Maybe if this guy's there at 20, I'll take him, but I'm actually going to go with this guy first. 80 overall with normal. Wow. I was not expecting him to be an 80, but he is actually going to come in and start, I think, for this final season. Actually, it might not be the final season. I might go an extra one because I don't think this rebuild was too long. Okay, that first quarterback is still there. I'm going to take him in case he has superstar. Guaranteed he is slow, though. Oh, no, he just has normal. All right, well, he's not bad, but he's not great. I definitely want to start the other guy. So I don't really have anybody to draft until like the 6th round. So I'm going to skip until then because I'll trade down a couple picks, but I'm not going to trade down all of them. Any first rounders I can get for this? No? All right, let's just go with the most amount of stuff I can get next year because I don't really care about the draft this year right now. I drafted the only player I really wanted. Might as well take this though. I'll get another second rounder this year, but I'll get some good value next year as well. I'll trade down this other second rounder I just got. I'll just take everything. If I can get everything next year, I'm just going to take that. Like, that doesn't look like much, but I might even just take it from the Redskins because I just don't want much for this season anymore. Yeah, I'm just going to take it with the Redskins. I know it's like a really stupid trade, but I'm going to do it. I'll trade this one away as well, and then I think I might just take my player and then sim to the end of the draft. So let's go with that. I'm just not going to look at the rest. Why not? That looks fine. I'm just going to do that. Advance to my next pick, and then take probably like the #1 rated player in the entire draft. You guys probably already know what position he is. If you've been watching my rebuilds for a while, you know that I frequently take fullbacks who are gods. Best fullback drafter on YouTube. No, it's just super easy to draft a fullback. You just got to get somebody with good impact blocking. I don't know how he's ranked first and then in the whole draft. I don't know. Whatever. I'll see you maybe with a trade. I'm actually not even sure if I want to trade anyone. This is going to be the team for this third season here. Turns out that I got all the running backs that I went after, and if I try to cut them, I'm going to get like a crazy penalty. So I'm just going to keep them all. We'll have a crazy running back committee. Why not? But Rackers is starting. This is Neil Rackers. No, wasn't he a kicker? I think he was. Nathan Rackers. He actually has really good stats, to be honest. 80 overall, pocket passer quarterback. I'm fine with that. This team, I think, is phenomenal. This team should easily make the playoffs. Should I just go with Cam Robinson? No, I like this guy a lot more. Vickerson is just so much better. There's no reason not to go with him. But this team should for sure make the playoffs. I may actually sign a new tight end because my backup tight end is terrible. So, yeah, look at there's a kicker. You good? Hey, not bad. Who's this guy? Brian Hill? Really? You're only 22 years old? I thought he was going to be, like, I know who Brian Hill is, but I thought that was going to be a rookie because I didn't know he would still be 22 years old after a couple of years. But let's go with, I think you have slow development, but I'll go with Max Williams. Yeah, why not? Not really sure why you have slow. I don't think he was ever supposed to be that great, was he? I don't know, who knows. But here's a look at the defense. I think this defense alone is good enough to make us to the playoffs, to be honest. Also, I want another middle linebacker because my backup isn't the greatest. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but I want to go for another middle linebacker anyway. Paul Posluszny, should I sign him back again? Who's this guy? Solomon Kelly? You're actually not looking bad at all. I'm actually just going to go with Paul Posluszny, though. You're 34 years old. Yeah, but you don't really play much. Doesn't really matter that much. So, yeah. If I don't make the playoffs this season, or if we don't do all that well, maybe I'll go another season, especially if this quarterback plays well. Then I'll go another season just to see, what the team's going to be like next year, because I don't think this rebuild will be too terribly long. But yeah, here's a look at the team. I think this team's plenty good to make the playoffs. I didn't change much from the Jaguars' original roster just because I think they have a very good roster and I didn't want to mess with it too much. So here we go. Let's go to the end of the season and see what happens. Hey, we made the playoffs. And did our guy win MVP? Oh my god. Our quarterback won MVP. 11-5. Okay, I was hoping for a little more, but 11-5 is perfectly fine. I don't know how our quarterback won MVP, but we went 3-1 in the preseason. Won the opening 3 games. Look at the points we're putting up. The lowest points we can see here is 21. Looking really good. Look at this win streak there. 52-31 there. 28 points. 14 points was the lowest we scored all year. But other than that, and 21 points I think was our next lowest. We didn't score like under 30 one other time. This team was phenomenal this year. Points-wise. Hopefully the defense played well too. Couldn't really tell too much from those scores. But 50,092 yards, 47 passing touchdowns, 20 interceptions. That's a lot of interceptions, but that's also a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. He came in relief of Blake Bortles very well. Leonard Fournette had 15 touchdowns, 1,439 yards. Very good season. Robert Kelly had 4 touchdowns. Even Nathan Rackers had a touchdown. Only fumbled once, too. Allen Robinson, 105 catches, 1,525 yards, 15 touchdowns. Marquise Lee doing his thing at the #2 receiver position. And D.D. Westbrook had 10 touchdowns with 1,131 yards. And Lucas K also had 10 touchdowns. Nice season from all those guys. Blocking, phenomenal once again. We got 9, 10, and 13 sacks. Letting up all seasons, very nice. Defensively, our middle linebacker had 133 tackles. Telvin Smith had 113. Tackles for loss, we got 8 from Marcel Darius and 7 from Malik Jackson. Quarterback sacks, 13.5 from Calais Campbell and 11 from Yannick Ngakoue. Interceptions, 5 from Telvin Smith, 3 from Haley Ward and Jalen Ramsey, 2 from Martin Barber and AJ Bouye, and then 1 from Landon Collins and Ron Queese Ham. I know I said I was going to call him Ham, but I forgot. Touchdowns, I didn't get any, but I did see a safety, at least, from Calais Campbell. There we go. Second on offense. How is that not first? Hold on a second. Who came in first? That Cowboys? Is that offense? Yeah, it is. Wow. Okay. They went 15-1. Alright. Without Zach Martin, that makes some sense. Whatever. Then we're 11th on defense. Somehow our defense got worse, or maybe opposing offenses just got better. Who knows? But Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are in 2nd and 3rd for MVP. But our guy, of course, wins it because he's superior. I'm surprised that I almost said Melvin Gordon. Leonard Fournette didn't make it in here. He's probably an AFC Offensive Player of the Year. I'm sure he is. There's Nathan Rackers, and then there's Leonard Fournette. Nobody else from our team. Honestly, you could say that... Wow, okay, hold on. First off, Haley Ward wins Defensive Player of the Year. I was going to say you could argue that Allen Robinson could have made Offensive Player of the Year, but he didn't. That's fine. Telvin Smith comes in 5th. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, goes to our quarterback. Nobody else from our team. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't really think we have anybody that great. I'll go through all these quick. Nathan Rackers wins Best Quarterback. Best Running Back. Leonard Fournette comes in 3rd. Wow, Deion Lewis actually wins that. He's a 92 overall. Surprising. Best Wide Receiver goes to Allen Robinson. He had a crazy year, and D.D. Westbrook comes in 9th. Best O-Line, Zach Martin wins that award. Jack Conklin, Brandon Linder are both in that as well. Best D-Line, Calais Campbell, Yannick Ngakoue, there he is at number 9. Larry Ogunjobi, saw him down there, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Telvin Smith is 2nd in Best Linebacker. Somehow Haley Ward isn't 1st, even though he won Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know. Best Defensive Back, anybody? Jalen Ramsey? Nope, actually, that's surprising. Best Kicker, Josh Lambo comes in 2nd. Way to go, my man. I think we're going to have a lot of experience, because this quarterback should have a lot. Over 100,000. This quarterback has over 100,000 experience. He has 106,000 experience. Oh my god, what did you do? Okay, obviously he did all that, but over 100,000? He got 12,000 from the Pro Bowl, 10,000 for Quarterback of the Year, 17,000 for Offensive Rookie of the Year, 17,000 for Offensive Player of the Year, and then 20,000 from MVP. Holy crap, he got 77,000 for that, and the remaining like 13K or 20K just came just during the season. That's phenomenal. Okay, whole lot of experience to go around. Finally, this team started playing well. I didn't even mention that Jack Conklin is 34,000 up there. Defensively, our linebacker has 27,000. I feel like this guy might have a lot for no reason. No, he doesn't. Okay. This safety is the only one that I'm kind of not angry at, but he's not developing as I would have liked. But let's spend all this and see what we can get our quarterback up to. Here is the team heading into... Actually, no, we don't play... I was going to say heading into the playoff game, but we actually don't play anyone because we have a first-round bye. But here's a look at the team. This dude went up to a 92 overall. His stats are pretty much all over a 90. You know, they are, except for speed. And he's a 92. He's great. Leonard Fournette is a 99 with confidence. Everyone is looking phenomenal on this team. I think regardless of what happens this year, I'll just go another season. Just because why not? I won't pay too much attention to the draft or like picking anybody up unless I see like an amazing free agent. But I think this is going to be the team probably for next year too. So here's what it looks like. It looks phenomenal. Let's just sim to the next week. See who we actually have to end up taking on. The Chargers. Oh, that's an easy win. Not even worried. We easily won that game, right? Please. We lost. How? Come on. I just won a playoff win. This team is so good. How did this team not win? Postseason. 31-37. The last time we were in the playoffs, we lost by a touchdown. This time, we lost by 6, which is, obviously, a touchdown would have won us this game. But Nathan Rackers, 333 yards, 1 touchdown. Not a bad game at all. Leonard Fournette actually did better than he did last playoff game. Receivers, Allen Robinson did well. Tyrell Williams did really well, too. Man, alright, well, I'll go one more season. I'll see you guys in free agency, and I'm probably just going to sim over the draft because I can't really be bothered with it right now. Oh, Jalen Ramsey's here. Yay, I forgot to bring back players. I was aware that I would still have to bring back some people. Okay. Actually, there's not a lot many, to be honest. Jalen Ramsey's the only one I really, really care about. And we have no money. Okay, please come back to the team. Oh, no. Franchise tag. Can I do that? Is that gonna work? I franchise tagged you. Jack Conklin, can I bring you back? Oh, no, I can't. I can't bring any of these people back. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, alright. I shouldn't have won another season. I'm still going to, I think, because I think this team can still perform. But Jack Conklin's up to a 95, and I can't bring him back. I'll trade for him. Why not, right? I'm trying to trade for all those people that I can't bring back. Let's see if there's anybody here. I'm not going to be able to sign anybody. What's the point of even stopping by here? Negative $10 million in cap room. Let's see who's here anyway. Kenny Clark? That would have been cool. Jack Conklin, Tyreek Hill, Carson Wentz. Normal people. Maybe that's why Miles Jack and Yannick Ngakoue always go to free agency, because they can't bring them all back, like money-wise. But we got Jalen Ramsey. I think he was the most important. Corey Clemens up to an 86. I think I'm just going to go right past this draft and then try to trade for those guys again, because I would very much like to have them back on the team. So in order to keep going on this season, I have to make some moves, okay? So Calais Campbell has to go. No offense to him. He's just eating up a lot of money. So I'm giving the Browns Calais Campbell and 2 first-rounders for Myles Garrett. I'm getting Dalvin Tomlinson here because he's super cheap and only 2 overall points. lower than Malik Jackson. I could not get Yannick Ngakoue. I tried so hard to get him back, and it just was not happening. So I'm getting Danielle Hunter instead. Malik Jackson and 2 second-rounders will get that done. So I also could not get back Miles Jack. This trade system's really messed up because I kept trying like super good trades. Not even good, like I was losing so much. I was giving like Blake Bortles and 2 first-rounders to the Bills, and they didn't take it from Miles Jack, and they were interested in Blake Bortles. But I got CJ Mosley instead. I think that was the best I could muster up. I'm sorry for all of those trades in this final season. Normally I don't care that much, but I wanted to go one more season, and I feel like if I didn't make those trades, this team would not have made the playoffs, but now I definitely think it will. Here's what it looks like. I also could not get back Jack Conklin. I tried so hard to get back the players that I let go in free agency, but it was impossible. Maybe it was just because they just got signed, like they're really stingy about trading players who just got signed. I don't know. But I couldn't get back any of them. I actually don't think I got back any of them. But here's a look at the team. Brandon Linder is now playing right tackle. This Bellor guy, I don't even know who you are. You're playing left guard. The rest of the offense I think is the same. And then this D-line is still pretty much dominant. It's just Myles Garrett and Danielle Hunter instead of Calais Campbell and Yannick Ngakoue. They actually just got better. So this team should play better in theory. And then CJ Mosley's here instead of Miles Jack. So yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't bring back everybody that I let go. It wasn't possible. I tried so many insane trades and then it just didn't take them. I don't think I'll show any of them in the video or anything like that, but I was trying like I think for who was it? I think it was for Yannick Ngakoue. I think he's on the Buccaneers and so is Jack Conklin. They are both on the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers were interested in Malik Jackson. So I was giving them Malik Jackson and 2 first-rounders, and they didn't take that for Jack Conklin or for Yannick Ngakoue. Not at once, just either or. I don't know what they did if the trade system really is messed up, because before, Jack Conklin would be able to get traded for like any green interest player and maybe like a 3rd-rounder, you know? I'm just signing a backup middle linebacker, by the way. But yeah, like, I don't know what they did to that, if they actually did make it any different, but that's what's going on. I don't know what happened, but I'm just, I signed that guy. But yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get everybody back, and I'm sorry that the end of this rebuild was kind of, like, just kind of crazy, and I just kind of got a bunch of players. But I think this rebuild was pretty successful. Without this season, I think I built a really good team. And hopefully we can make the playoffs. Watch this team probably won't even make the playoffs. Even though it's phenomenal, probably won't even make the playoffs just because I spent such a long time trying to get trades to go through. It just probably won't. Okay, we actually did make the playoffs, so that's pretty cool to see. 14-2. All right. This team did better than my team last year. I can kind of see it. I got a better defense. 1-3 in the preseason, though. I'm going to kind of go through these quickly. Won the opening 7 games, I think. Then we lost one. Won a bunch more. And then we lost the last game of the season. Okay. Almost a 16-0 season. But our quarterback won MVP again. I'll just kind of fly through the stats. 5,300 yards, 47 touchdowns, 8 picks. Oh my God, what a season. Like, I almost said LeGarrette Blount. Leonard Fournette, 18 touchdowns, 1,685 yards. Allen Robinson, remarkable season, 1,589 yards, 14 touchdowns. Marquise Lee had 5 touchdowns, 89 catches. Our tight end had 9 touchdowns, 920 yards, and D.D. Westbrook got over 1,000 yards with 4 touchdowns. Nope, 9 touchdowns. I was looking at Leonard Fournette. Zach Martin holding his own there at left tackle. Brandon Linder playing well at right tackle. And then J.W. Bellor playing decently at left guard there. 144 tackles from our middle linebacker. 10 tackles for loss from Myles Garrett, 9 from Marcel Darius. Sacks, 16.5 from Myles Garrett and 14.5 from Danielle Hunter. Looks like our new acquisitions were playing better than Calais Campbell and Yannick Ngakoue did, so I guess it's alright. 5 picks from A.J. Bouye, 2 from Landon Collins, 1 from Haley Ward, Martin Barber, and Jalen Ramsey. We brought back Jalen Ramsey, and he only had 1 interception. Any touchdowns? We did not get any. That's fine. First on offense. Defense was probably, just as good. Our defense looked pretty good this year. 3rd. Okay, I'll take that for sure. 14-2. I don't know why I said that, but we got MVP. I was just looking at the record for some reason. Leonard Fournette is right there on this list as well. Alvin Kamara makes it up too. What is he? He's a 99? How is he a 99, but Leonard Fournette is a 98? I don't know. They're both amazing. Obviously, they both start. I think Kamara starts off as a higher overall, but I don't think he has a development trait. Anyway, Nathan Rackers is Offensive Player of the Year. He's going to get almost over 100,000 experience again. Leonard Fournette is 4th on that list. Not bad at all. Nick Foles makes it. My guy. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Haley Ward once again. Myles Garrett and Danielle Hunter are both on there as well. Anybody for Offensive Player of the Year? Nope. Nope. Offensive Rookie of the Year, my fault. Defensive Rookie of the Year. We got this Doomerville dude. I don't know. Elvis Doomerville's cousin. Who knows? And Maven Akins. Okay. Best quarterback does go to our guy. Nice to see. Best running back does go to Leonard Fournette. Also nice to see. Best wide receiver goes to Allen Robinson. Nobody else from our team in there? Doesn't look like it. That's fine. Best O-lineman does not go to Zach Martin. It goes to Forrest Lamp, who was also a 99. Brandon Linder gets in there as well, as does Ali Marpet and Jabril Vickerson. We're just missing that Bellor guy. I forgot what his first name was, but Myles Garrett wins Best D-line. Look at that. Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram are both there. Daniel Hunter comes in 6th. Larry Ogunjobi's there again. I said that last time he was there. Might as well mention it one more time. And somehow our linebacker, Haley, doesn't even make it, even though he was Defensive Player of the Year. Whatever, Best Defensive Back, we got AJ Bouye up there. Nice to see. And Best Kicker, Josh Lambo comes in 2nd to Justin Tucker once again. So let's go over the experience really, really quickly and see how we do in the playoffs. Anyway, 92,000. Oh my God, this dude is so good. That was one of the best quarterbacks I've ever drafted for sure. Just, I don't know why he played so well. Look at the O-line experience. Okay, this team's phenomenal. This team's going to go up, like almost everybody's going to go up tremendously. Actually, no one on the defense is that much aside from the middle linebackers. So I will spend this, and I'll see you with whoever we have to take on. Here's the team. Just a whole lot of A's going around everywhere. This guy is actually not a 99. He's a 97. But look at those stats. Like, how can you argue with that? 97 deep accuracy with confidence and 98 medium accuracy. Leonard Fournette's up to a 99. This whole O-line's looking great. Don't know why it went down the specialist again. For some reason, where Josh Lambo was, I thought that was Jack Conklin. That doesn't even make sense. But here's the defense. Looks very good. Let's see who we have to take on, and then let's sim by the game. If I actually make it to the Super Bowl, I will go into the Super Bowl game. But taking on the Texans, we have to get at least one playoff win this rebuild, right? Please? Okay, we got a playoff win. The Chargers are insane. So I'm just going to go to the Super Bowl and hope we are there. The Chargers are insane in sim, though. We actually made the Super Bowl against the 13-3 Saints. Let's get it. Do we have a lot of experience with anybody? Might as well spend it if we do. I don't think we'll have that much. That's not going to get much up. We have 6,000 on that guy, but it's really not going to do much. Let's go into this game against the Saints. We are a 95. They are a 95. Let's see if we can win. Okay, it's the 4th quarter. We are up by a lot, 30-10. Oh, we have this game in the bag. Not even close. 30-17. It was close for a while, actually, until like the 3rd quarter. Late 3rd quarter, we started to pull away. Nice to see. We won a Super Bowl with this team, but it was kind of after I made all those bogus trades. But whatever. I thought this rebuild was fine before this season even happened, but I just went this season because I said I was going to, and I also kind of wanted to see how the quarterback developed. But yeah, we won the Super Bowl year 4. I haven't won a Super Bowl in a while, to be honest, so it feels nice. I don't know who number 15 is. I didn't really take notice in the awards if that guy was even there, but let's see who was Super Bowl MVP. Let's see if he was actually Super Bowl MVP, because sometimes they give it to somebody who had like 3.5 catches. You know, you never know. They give it to random people all the time. Oh, actually, this could be real. All right, well, I mean, didn't have a great game, but he could be MVP. I don't know, but anyway, thank you guys very much for watching this rebuild. I think it was pretty successful, even though I had to kind of cheese the system. But yeah, it wasn't that bad doing a fantasy style rebuild with these new trade settings. It really wasn't that bad, so I can definitely keep doing them. I was kind of worried that I'd have to stop if the trading was that insane, but it's really not that bad. Anyway, thank you guys once again for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.